Globalists are behind woke bigotry. Bigotry is intolerant devotion to one's own opinions and prejudices, which are often based on stereotype. Woke is a social attitude based on stereotypes and identity politics, judgment of a person based on the shade of their skin or sexual preference. It's an ideology of division. In recent years, a new form of bigotry has emerged, one that has been dubbed woke bigotry. This form of bigotry is based on the idea that certain individuals or groups who are a minority on the planet receive preferential treatment while others are perpetual victims with no agency of their own who need to be coddled due to their compromised mental abilities. It's a form of discrimination that's becoming increasingly prevalent in Western society, and many people are pointing the finger at globalists for being behind it. Divide and conquer. Globalists are individuals or groups who promote globalism, a system of worldwide governance and economic integration that seeks to transcend national borders and create an international seat of power under one centralized, unelected authority. Globalists typically argue for free trade under their supervision, which can be used as a tool for punishment for nations which do not comply with their dictates, or rewards for those who do. They argue for open borders when they choose, and lockdowns at their whim, increased global economic integration and subservience of nations. Like a mafia boss giving away teddy bears at a children's hospital. Just on a larger scale, globalists often put up virtue signaling public personas of angelic do-gooders with dog whistle mission statements. They're often accused of using their power and influence to push their agenda to the detriment of the honest meek and even entire nations. There is evidence to suggest that globalists are behind the rise of woke bigotry. They have been accused of using their power to push their agenda of globalism and population control and to promote their own interests at the expense of the little people. They have been accused of using their influence to advance their causes and to undermine the rights of anyone with less individual influence. The marginalized are those who are not the 1%, regardless of how they identify. Furthermore, globalists have been accused of using their power to spread divisive ideologies, which the globalists themselves may not personally hold, to their various targets and to shape public opinion via many mechanisms, including public relations. Fake stream news, op-eds, advertisements, compromised intelligence agencies, and educational institutions who rely on their funding, as well as many more. This includes promoting a Trojan horse mental virus worldview for their targets that is based on unsubstantiated beliefs, fallacious logic, and sociopathic values, and venomous slander towards those who dare question the narratives and dictates of the globalist propaganda machine, which leads to the deliberate marginalization of those who question or do not share this artificially constructed worldview. The resilient questioners are often maligned by compromised political leaders as racist, misogynistic, homophobes, and the like in an attempt to scare other targets to get in line, else they be viewed as whatever fabricated slander is put on the table. Universities today have areas which segregate and exclude human beings based on their skin color. black-only rooms which promote the them-us mentality and the well-known logical fallacy of stereotype of thinking of people as monolithic clones based on something as arbitrary as skin color. These rooms are manipulatively reframed as sanctuaries from the white devil who's out to get black people. The globalist clowns promote cookie-cutter stereotypes or personas they expect their targets to emotionally adopt and not think about rationally, as well as to get their targets to think other people are monolithic stereotypes based on what they feel or are told those people are, despite this being a shockingly apparent logical fallacy. Divide and control. The rise of woke bigotry can be attributed to globalists who are seeking to maintain their power and influence in a changing world. As the world becomes more interconnected, globalists are looking for ways to maintain their power and influence and fight the decentralization of knowledge. And this often includes using their resources and influence to promote their own agendas of division and control over the little people, while simultaneously unifying and centralizing power and wealth for their small group, usurping power and rights for themselves while undermining the rights of the masses, the little people, or even nations. The rise of woke bigotry is a worrying trend that needs to be addressed. It is important to recognize that globalists may be behind this form of bigotry and take steps to combat it. This can include educating ourselves about the dangers of woke bigotry, learning about the logical fallacies and other forms of manipulation used against us, advocating for laws that protect the rights of all people, and working to create a more decentralized and educated society which focuses on objective truth over the artificially constructed my truth. And of course, to realize that as a single unit, we may not have much power, but en masse, we the people can unite and have all the power. That is why the globalists spend so many resources trying to control our interpretations, our worldview. Total power.